to do that. You should be able to do that, and that kind of gave me the strength. Now I'm only asking questions and really rechecking everything. Karina, do you remember? Because 25 years ago.
No, we just did what we were told. What we wanted to. I mean, like what we were told, we were like okay with everything.
Right.
So I mean, I've seen like a transition in that. Even though I've always been very vociferous about the way I kind of felt about things. You know, like I was like I mean, like I did tell Farah that listen, I can't dance like Hrithik Roshan because Hrithik is Hrithik, you know. So please just take my clothes off, but I promise I'll do it with this. So that I used to always be like, you know, honest enough to say that. And I said that way is going to help me only because I'm like, if you're going to put the camera wide and I'm going to be dancing with him and I'm going to look, I don't know what, cracked. Don't do that. It'll ruin me. So, I mean, I think if you kind of know what you want also, I think I should always put yourself first and forward. Because I believe that. I mean, it is, of course, an entire team effort, but you have to look a little bit inwards for yourself also and speak that.
Because that probably helps the film ultimately.
I mean, right now, at least, of course, after so much experience, it does. Earlier, also, I mean, I would want to do things that I was comfortable. So that I was very clear about. Of course, I mean, the director, when you write dialogue in the set in those days, and say, okay, now you're saying lines, and be like, oh, okay, fine. So, I mean, that's the level of good you had to be, Anu. That's right. It was the lines, learn, perform, and then convince everybody that you're, you know. Yeah. So now, I mean, scripts are given like before, everyone's doing like. So I mean, I'm happy that I've got this like time, this journey to just learn from, you know, that to this.
Kalyani, are you able to speak for yourself?
I mean, I think I've been lucky to work with directors whose first question is, "Are you okay with this?"
Nice.
I've been very, very lucky that way. But I do. I mean, I'm sure if I was in any other position, I don't think I would have spoken up as much. But no, I've been very, very lucky with the people that I work with. Their first question is, "Would this be okay?" And I think once or twice when it comes to things like, you know, she's right, we often give everything for a take, and we don't like to say no to our directors. So there are moments when you're incredibly exhausted or incredibly tired and you give a shot, and then when you watch the movie you realize your eyes are like that, and nobody else is going to understand that you were tired or you were working 22 hours. No one's going to understand any of that stuff.
So like films come with a disclaimer.
Exactly. So that I've learned to understand when it comes to, I mean, I give everything for my shot, and I've learned to say, hey, this is probably better for the film if I take some, like,
Correct. That's what I meant. That if you are, in a sense, looking out for yourself, eventually that looks out for the film.
Yeah, absolutely. And in fact, the first person I learned that from is watching Fahad.
Yeah.
There was a moment where I think we were shooting at maybe 1 o'clock, and you know how the light is at that point, and the light's right in his eye, and he's like, you know what, the light is right in my eye, it's going to be really bad on the big screen. I gave him my shot. I was like, okay, you want my shot? I'm giving it to you. But he was like, when it came to his take, he was like, I need some time because this is going to be a problem. He went to the caravan, we waited an hour, broke for lunch, came back in one take. Everything was great. So, I mean, I learned to say, oh, this is probably better for the film. And then I learned to say, guys can do it. But yeah.
How lovely to learn from Fahad. You know, what a privilege. You know, I don't know if any of you have seen this film called Sentimental Value. It is just the most gorgeous, moving story of a family in Oslo. The father is this aging film director, comes back to make a movie after 15 years, a feature. His daughter, who's an actor, Yogi's daughter, but you know, they have a lot of animosity between them. She says no. And then he does this, they're all sitting together, the family, and he launches into this monologue about actresses. Okay, and this is what he says. He says, it's hard to be an actress. You decide nothing yourself. It erodes your self-confidence and your need for attention becomes insufferable. I could have never married an actress. he's bitter, he's trying to hurt her, and he does. You remember this moment, Ananya, and but it just, I was like, oh my god, like what a way to put it, right? And it's Stellan Skarsgård, who's just an incredible actor. Yeah, he's so good. And I was just like, does any of this resonate? Is any of this not true? But are there these moments also in an actress's life?
Okay, because I'm married now, so I mean I know the difference, but I guess it is difficult because you're constantly, like always thinking about maybe yourself, how to. It is because it's such a medium of being, a visual medium, and you get so much love, and you get so much like people just go crazy about you. I think that kind of maybe plays on your mind so much that maybe being in a relationship, that's how people look at it. Like it's very difficult with an actress because somebody can probably, you need to love yourself so much. But I feel like not all actresses are like that, and not everyone is like that. There is a human side. These actors who are like amazing actors have this human side to them, you can see on the screen. And that human side, I mean, is what they are in real life also, which they do bring to their characters. So that side, I mean, it's, you have to learn to love someone, and that just happens. Like, I mean, earlier on in my career, everything was about like, okay, I would have to do like everything, like probably like you guys are young, so it's like, I want to get this movie, I want to do this, I want to do that, and then, kind of like shifts.
You ride the wave.
You ride the wave and it keeps changing, and just like how life kind of, changes with time, with age, you kind of realize, and your needs and wants as a woman, change from a girl to like a woman. So, I think it's the best thing that like I could have done is be married. So for me, it's a different time. But I think like I'm still doing my best work. I'm a better person. I feel I'm much more relaxed. Everything, all because of the fact that there's this human relationship that I hold very close to my heart. Whether it's with my husband or my children, and that's irreplaceable. And that kind of makes me, allows me the freedom to also be the actor I am on screen.
Yeah, but you've also managed to do this. I mean, every phase of, I guess, your life, you've managed to find that balance. Can I ask her?
Of course, how you but I think that it just happens. Like
I can't imagine. I really can't imagine it. Like, I mean, and I don't think this is just for actresses. I feel like I've seen this with my father. Growing up, he's almost never around. He was doing what he loved to do, and that's kind of why I'm here, because I saw him enjoy himself so much on sets, and I was like, I want to love my life exactly like this. But at the same time, you have to sacrifice something. That's why I kind of wanted to understand how you do this.
This is going to be the Karina master kit in my house. Like I've seen it with my dad and how he's had to adapt to the times. He was a big star before I was born, and then after I was born, he kind of had to shift and do films in another country, and then he came back, and then he was doing different character roles. He wasn't how he was when he started off. So I've seen that shift, and I've seen that insecurity and how it kind of plays out. Waiting for the phone to ring.
Yeah, everyone, everyone, like, because so much of our like our validation is based on. It's literally, and it's for the world to see. It's not like you're getting a promotion at a job and it's just you and a few people who see that. The whole world is seeing it. Everything is so public. So I don't think it's limited to just actresses. But I think personally, like, you can't let it consume you. That's something that I've learned, because even when it's not been so long since I started, but I also used to just completely base my validation on how the film is going to do, and that's not in our control. We can't do, like, no matter, you may sign the most picture perfect script, on a script level, like, oh, they have the right actor and director and producers, and it's a big film, and we have a great team, and then the audience doesn't like it, then nothing is really in your control. The only thing that you can control is getting better at your craft and working with good people and enjoying what you're doing, And we're so lucky and privileged to be able to live this life, to be actors every single day, so we have to enjoy it, and we can't put so much, like, pressure, and, like, because it's never going to go the way we want it to. Like, the most amazing things don't turn out that way, and something you thought is never going to work out turns out to be a huge hit. So you can't let it become everything about you. You have to have other things in your life going for you. Like whatever it is that makes you happy, you have to have something else. Otherwise, you're just going to, like, I think, lose it completely.
Yeah.
Because you really, like, after a shot, it's like I could look at my director for validation. When I'm ready, I'm looking at my hair and makeup and my fine. The film comes out, I'm looking at the audience. My parents watch the film, I'm looking at my everything is about what other people think about you. But you have to build such a strong sense of self to just, like, not let it affect. That's what I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what? I mean, it's exactly that. I just feel like, but more than that, also, I think we're all here. I can't speak for you guys, but I think we all saw the downs as well as the ups of our, like, our parents.
Yeah.
And we're here because we love cinema. Not like I don't think any of us would have gotten into this if it wasn't for that. We've all seen the downs. We've all seen how it can destroy a person when things aren't going right. And so we still choose to be here because of our love for cinema. And so I think that reminder to myself that I'm here for cinema and not for anything else is what keeps me somewhere sane. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a grounding, factor is just being here and the work that you do.
Yeah.
I feel. That's just the feeling that you
Yeah.
get. And I think all of us are here. We're all like different kind of actors, but it's, language, no barrier, performances. I think we're all here because the three of us, because of the love for just the craft and just wanting to be there and do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of the Karina masterclass,
I love
Why?
it.
Why?
why? Because, and I've said this to you before, but because I think it's worthy of repetition. The fact that you have kind of changed notions of aging and desirability and when is a woman sexy? I do believe that. I think
Yeah, I think so.
I think you've changed it,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, I would like to believe that. I mean, I know, like you say, or there's a lot of people that say that. So, because I think that I've just, like, been there, done it, seen it all. Like, what excites me more is, like, going bare in Buckingham Murders.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care what, like, people feel, what they say, that, okay, aging. I mean, this is it. I'm in 2026. I'm going to be 46. I'm a mother of two, and I believe I look amazing.
You do.
I'm
Yeah.
size 0, and I've been a size 10, and I want to own it, and I want to be known for the actor that I am. I mean, of course, everything, like in terms of fashion and clothes, whatever. I mean, look at it. I mean, like, I'll do and wear what exactly I feel, and at that moment, But I always want to be known as the fact that
Yeah.
you're known as an actor. The passion, I want that. So, I mean, I'm like, what is it? Yeah, it's okay. And how long are you going to keep running away from me?
You can't. And
I
why
love
should
it.
you?
I'm having a blast in my 40s, Anu. I'm loving it.
That's fab.
Yeah, no?
That is fab. That is
Look
fab.
at it, I'm sitting with Ananya and Kalyani, and we've all done some amazing work. I mean, like, who would have thought?
Yeah. But we told you, right? I think neither of us slept because we were so excited.
No, now that, now this. I should
Yeah,
have been
obsessed. Like,
Yeah,
it's an
not-
unhealthy
Yeah,
amount
I
of
think so.
obsession.
But I ate
Ananya
it
says
very
it's
well.
it's unhealthy obsession.
In my vanity van, on the mirror, I have a picture of Lolo, and I have it says "मैं अपनी favorite हूँ."
Correct.
And there's a picture of me which I put up on my birthday every year of me at 9 years old holding a picture of Karina and just smiling because she loves herself so much. That makes us love ourselves. It gives us the confidence of being like, oh my God, who cares? I love myself.
Yeah.
That's so amazing. If you can instill that, like, in a younger
At any
generation,
stage
that's
and
amazing.
age, I think that's the first way. If you can love yourself, then you'll have the ability also to kind of just be happy and love others. We have to have the confidence in ourselves first. So, I mean, this ageism in today's day and age, so I don't believe in that, because I think today it's all about who can do the part.
Yeah.
It's about the work. It's about the work.
It's about the work.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's not about, like, whether who has, the six packs or who has this, who has that. I think people are talking about, like, the part you're playing.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's what it is. Like I told her, I watched her film and like, it's amazing. Look at the kind of work. I mean, today it's like, look at it. She's so young and she's, brave enough to do, a part.
Yeah.
That's all.
So let's talk a little bit about what's in the frame, right? Because I think Loka was absolutely my favorite film of 2025, but I think Loka's an outlier, right? I think right now we're really in Indian cinema as a whole is in a hyper masculine era, right? The movies that are really landing are the ones which have larger than life men who are either saving the world or saving the nation. Women are peripheral characters largely. Violence is very, very strong as a selling point. On ground, when the three of you are looking at scripts and you're choosing projects, what are you seeing? Are you seeing enough material that's giving you meat?
I mean, I've been thinking about this for a while now, and I don't know if it's the masculinity aspect, but what I'm seeing, and so I always believe the audience dictates where cinema is going.
Yes.
It's not producers that sit behind a desk. Even casting, it's always the audience and their interests that get people to cast the kind of actors that they cast. And right now, I'm going to say it's a trend because I believe it's a trend. It's not going to last. But the trend has always been about spectacle.
Sure.
And every scene has to be sensational or shocking.
Yeah.
And I think that it just comes, like, it translates that these, like, violence, like, you can show spectacle with violence. You can show spectacle with, like, crazy, shocking things. And I think that people are thinking that that's what's selling cinema. I don't think that's what's selling cinema right now, but I think that that's where it's heading right now, and we're losing the small films, like you said. We're losing the small moments. We're losing a lot of the emotional moments, intimate moments, and it scares me a little. It genuinely scares me, but I believe it's a trend because it
No,
will
it's all
correct
cyclical.
itself.
I mean, you've been through enough of these. It all goes and comes back and the rest of it, right?
Yeah.
But are you seeing scripts that give you, characters that you feel like, oh my God, there's flesh on this girl. I want to be her.
I think if we saw it, then we would be doing those films. I think, like, as Kalyani said, everything is very, like, when Sayara also came out, suddenly everyone's like, let's make Sayara and let's make it. Like, everyone wants to make
Or the horror genre.
everyone
Yeah.
wants to. So it becomes like that, when or if you do a part, like when I did Kogai and Control, then suddenly I was only getting films about like Gen Z and like social media and that kind of stuff. So you need someone like how Kalyani did in Loka. You need someone to kind of come and break the clutter. But everything just feels a bit repetitive in that sense. Everyone's just trying to make what's working. But I don't know what the
So
solution
we want
is.
like something fun.
Something fun, something
Like
like
Crew was fun.
breather.
Crew
Yeah,
was so
I
much fun.
breather, like something.
I love the film.
And it has like the whole women.
And just women having fun. Yeah.
And
there's
like
proof that works.
Yes.
there's proof for so many things. There's proof that a woman can be a superhero.
Yeah.
So there's proof, but it's I don't know.
Do you get frustrated at not seeing enough good material?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I think it's all like thriller and like crime and gore. And
Maybe it's an assumption, but maybe seeing more women writers might change that. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's a systemic thing that needs to happen. It's not just actors choosing, but it has to come from like producers, directors. Everyone kind of has to come together and find a solution. Because like we may feel like there's not enough scripts, but they may feel like you don't really
Marked a location.
fun-ish.
like not like is it just me or everybody?
And every time I've done something that's been like 70% where I'm like not completely convinced, it's never gone well. So then I don't even 70%. So like, and I'm like really like if it's the first time I have to love it. If I come back and think about it, it's me. Then I didn't convince. If I have to be convinced to do something, I don't think I should be doing. So yeah.
But it's also hard because everyone keeps saying, "Oh, you should do films like this. You should do films." Like I'm like,
But there
give
should
us
be
scripts.
That's
That's why I say comedy.
Yeah.
Should do this comedy.
Well, giving the take, but
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, Nasmus.
And honestly, if you're telling that to an actor, I'm going to give a disclaimer here. Say, oh, I hope scripts like this come to you. That's better than saying you should do what you're doing.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
or be a writer and write
Yeah.
You know, there's also the whole thing last year, of course, which there was like this collective meltdown about normalizing 8-hour work days. You know, Deepika wanted 8-hour work days. Everybody seemed to sort of go into this complete frenzy about, you know, oh my God, what is she saying? And is that many, I mean, like, for example, the Buckingham murders, Karina,
Yeah.
would, because you're working in a budget.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, so then, like, how do you deal with those questions?
But like for that, I had to like be away in London, and it was like 35 days in London. So we kind of divided the shoot where I would go, come back twice. Because we had Diwali in between, so we planned it in such a way. So I just feel like everything needs to be really well planned, and you have to be very clear right from the beginning. But I'm also lucky that I would be like, this is what I can do. This is because I have 2 children. I need to come back. You need to shoot other portions while I come back to visit them. And then I come back and I finish the rest of the film. So they were kind enough to understand that. I'm also kind of like lucky because when I'm doing a film at that time, then Seth is with the children. So if you're in a marriage, I think you need to have like a partner who understands that this is because we can't both be working and leave the children alone. So it's an understanding. So if Seth's working right now, then I'm kind of not on a movie. So it is a little bit of sacrifice of time or a film or you know, maybe saying no sometimes to a film particularly, you know, because in that time zone he's working and I'm free. I mean, and so I need to be with the children. So I feel like obviously if like you are married, you have children, and as a woman, if you do not want to give that time, you should be able to have that freedom to say that this is what I want, this is what I want, I can only work these number of hours. I think it's particularly fine to say that way before a film starts.
Yeah. You just plan it.
You have to be honest. So if you're being honest, right, this is the time that I can give you, I think it's totally fine. And of course, few days might go a little haywire because I mean, it's the movie business.
Yeah.
There's no way that, you know, and some days something might not go wrong or some sort of issue or locations or something, you know. So that you have to have that open. Not everything is going to be planned. So
Utna flexibility.
Utna flexibility definitely hona chahiye because then it's tough otherwise.
Yeah. What do you guys do?
I mean, just
location.
on set only.
I think they are at 22 hours.
Obviously, we're also in very. We don't have kids.
Yeah, we don't.
It's a very different thing, and I think.
But if you're tired, you can't shoot 22 hours.
Yeah.
That happens like once in a
Oh no, because the Malayalam industry is 16-hour shifts.
16-hour shifts.
We just had a thing that brought it down to 12, and I think it's a huge win for our industry. I think in decades it's been
Prithvi was telling me they just go on
6 a.m. to 9:30. It's 16.
Yeah.
It's really bad at math.
16 and a half.
Yeah, every day, and there are no Sundays off. So like we don't really, and what that affects in my head is the film in the end, because it's not just us actors. The entire crew is on set.
And the crew has to
during
come on a
stand.
pre-call, which is like,
and
that's crazy.
You know, all the safety on set depends on them. Like it's a big deal that we've even shifted to. It's not started yet, but they're about to start next week, and it's a big win for us. Like I think almost all of us were ecstatic that this new rule.
So now
came
that
in.
it's 12 hours, because I've always wanted to do a Malayalam film.
Now,
So maybe it's not 12 hours now.
Consider.
We can consider.
But you know what? Like ma'am said, I'm sorry I'm calling you
No,
ma'am, but I
please,
have
not
to.
at all.
So no,
Make
but
me like sound like I don't know what.
no.
K.
Like I said,
K is good. Yeah,
icons are always ma'am or sir for me, so I shall say ma'am. But yeah, I mean, cinema can't be boxed into fixed hours, mainly because 100 things have to happen for a day to go well.
Yes.
If the location permission, sometimes like, you know, cops come out of nowhere being like, where are your permits? Then if it decides to rain, it's none of our faults. one of our co-actors could be doing a film on another set and their co-actor could get sick and that'll mess up our schedule.
Yeah,
So there are
there's too many
100
variables.
things that have to happen, right? You can sometimes get magic in one take, sometimes it goes all night. So it's really hard to box it, but I think we all deserve respect and rest, and we all deserve support. And I think that's what happens with someone like you when you set that precedent. There's enough people to come and be like, you know what, she's killing it in the 8 hours that she gives us.
Yeah.
Let's figure out a way to support her. And I think that's what needs to happen.
never happen. Always
Yeah,
10.
of course. That's what I said. It is never going to be fixed hours. But as long as the intent is there, then I think it's a good start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the 22 hour.
Yeah, I think actually the phase in your life, you know, when if you're just a new mother, then of course, you know, you and you want to still work. You know, that's why things like this happen. They say women can't work after marriage or women can't work after giving birth to children because you need an environment that supports that. You know? It's not like forever. It's
But
gonna
also
be
in
like
our
that.
industry, we feel like it's always measured with the fact that, of course, producer कह रहा है कि जल्दी जल्दी खत्म करो. The director is feeling like if I'm feeling working 22 hours a day, that shows that I'm like killing it.
Yeah.
And so the number of hours you're working shows that you know, and actors may be feeling कि I'm so busy, I'm like going at it or whatever.
Yeah.
The fact is that it's like putting everyone at risk.
Yeah.
We need to like get sleep to look amazing.
Yeah.
And everyone needs to be on the ball. It's like, going out.
So the rest is
It's
required.
a discussion, and I think the film should be the priority. Like as Kalyani said, in that 8 hours, you come and you kill it. And like, if Deepika is the topic of conversation, I've worked with her before she became a mother. She like, there was no such thing like that. Yeah, she was working, coming to workshops, no complaints, everything was right. And now she's a mother, and this is what she needs to, kind of be present with her child at a time when the first 2 years of the child, and Kareena did that, she changed the game for like all of the girls coming after her. So I think it's okay to have a conversation with your producer to find a balance between, it's a private conversation you must have, and it's something that can be worked around. There's no hard and fast
We're the best.
इतना ही करेंगे, इतना ही करना है. I think everyone is like allowed to have that conversation.
Yeah. You know, Robert Redford said that the problem with success is that it puts you into a mold. I prefer independence. All three of you are very successful. How are you ensuring that you're also independent?
You know what? It's actually really funny because a lot of people have kept asking me, oh, how has your life changed post-breakup? The truth is it's not. I'm eating the same food, I'm waking up. I give the same to my phone that I did before. My day-to-day life has not changed. The things that have changed are I'm a part of something like this once every couple of months, and I get you guys to like I get you guys saying such great things about me, which is very, very new to me. So I don't really know how to answer this, but for me, like I said, nothing's changed, and so I've always put my 110% to every film, and even from the very beginning, I was like, it's very, you can't predict what the audience will say about you. But I've said that they might like my performance and not like my performance, but I won't let them say I'm safe in doing the same thing again and again. So that's the only thing that I do to sort of
Be independent.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think just being patient, it's okay to say no to something sometimes and wait it out rather than catching on to some wave or like trying to just do everything or be a part of everything. Like when you said that, the first thing I thought of is this thing only, like when Kho Gaya Hum Kahan was successful or Call Me They were successful, the easiest thing for me to have done at that time is do similar things and get stuck in that loop of only playing one kind of character. And things like that did come to me, and they were great opportunities where I'm like, oh God, this film is like with this person who I've wanted to work with, but then you're just kind of repeating yourself and you're not learning anything new as an actor. You're just kind of playing to the gallery or like playing to what people already see of you. So sometimes just waiting and taking a risk would give me that independence in a sort of way. Like when I did Kesari, I didn't think I could do it, and I was pretty surprised that they came to me for that because it's completely different from, the life I've lived or anything I've known. But I was like, okay, this is gonna give me the independence as an actor to just go into the dark and just completely learn something new and be in a new situation and just change everything. So I think waiting and saying no sometimes gives you the independence.
Karina, while she was talking about this, I was thinking that you've done this from the beginning.
Yeah.
Right? Year 2 or 3, you were doing something. What is it that has enabled you through your career to take those risks? What does the mindset have to be?
I feel, I don't know, maybe earlier on, obviously, I don't know how I've never thought about it, but it just so happened that taking risks early on in my career, I think has just helped for this longevity of my career.
Completely.
Which
But
is, I think it just happened.
Did you think it through? Did you say this is a risk?
I knew it was a risk at that time, but I didn't know like what it would bear like 26 years.
But you didn't get scared to do it. Like you weren't like, oh, what do
You think she'd be scared for anything?
No, but I'm like, what was she think? Like, what made you like?
You were so young. I was always like, and like people would say that, okay, like she can't play this at 22, like to play this character in Chameli, and she wouldn't look like she's from Kamatipura and things like this and whatever. And of course, everyone was giving that take. And at that time, also to do a film based on one night, and with the whole setup, it was like because they were making all those commercial song and dance kind of movies and whatever. And I was also doing K3G and Mujhe Kuch Kehna Hai. It was never that, but I was like hell bent that I have to do something like this that breaks away from the fact that it just allows me to just show the world that I want to actually be an actor.
Yeah.
You guys, yes, are making me into the star, but I always wanted to be, and I never thought, but I just said that all my life I want to act. So, ye kaise bhi ho, I want to do different parts. And I feel that has led to the fact that just being comfortable to like play this part in Jaane Jaan and Buckingham Murders, like where I was like, listen, I just want to go completely bare, don't touch up because people are like constantly like, you can't do this. I'm like, no, because it has to be. I want it because I want it to be for the next 25 years for me to be able to play different parts. I don't want to be stuck in that I want to, okay, no, this ageism factor that no, I have to look 25 all my life. I can't, and I don't want to. So I want to, but I want to act and I want to act in different parts. So.
And so then also, there was no sort of, I don't know, like massive doubt. It was just, I'm going to do this, irrespective of what anyone says.
Yeah, but at the most, what will happen? I'll say that I was like not good or not good enough or whatever. But I have to keep trying and wanting to. Like I think like even Omkara was so special because it got such a lovely cast. Like everything happened.
So pretty. It's a stunning film.
Stunning film. It just I don't know. I feel the energies. So everything has its destiny to come together. Every part. I mean, like Omkara was even a small part, like in 3 Idiots. Yeah. Whether it was completely based on the students and their life and what it was and everything. But somehow Pia and Rancho, you can't forget.
Yeah.
It's just there. It's etched. It's the small part. So for me, it was never about like wanting to be in the center of the part. I was like, I know I'm going to stand out in this role because I know I have the scene which I'm going to kill. So I was like, people will enjoy it. They like me in the film, and plus it'll just be like so amazing.
Right. But you easier that time to take it.
And now I think that then it was very difficult now. I mean, really? I think everyone is like Ho Gaye Hum Kahan, CPRL, all these movies are different now.
Yeah. But you think, I feel like because of social media now, like that, I don't know if we're living in, I don't know if I'm thinking of it in terms of bubble sort of sense, but I feel like at that time, so many more films would come out. It was okay if a film didn't do well. It would fail easily. And now I feel like because everyone is talking about box office, the audience also wants to see Thursday ka collection kya hai. So then it's like that. Like people are asking these kind of questions before going into a film. No, but it didn't make so much money. Then how do you just make films for the love of it? So much pressure. In your choices, because it's like now they like slotted like नहीं ये पर ये तो OTT film है और ये
like, you know, people are talking too much about and putting too many things in boxes, I feel. And at that time, it was maybe easier to fail because there was no pressure. Or, like public pressure on that. Like no one really
But
knew
I
if
feel
a
if we
film-
chase box office success and not will not.
Yeah, no,
Yeah. I feel it should just
you can't.
keep working and
You have no
doing
idea.
something different
Yeah,
and it'll just
honestly.
happen. The love.
And I
It's about people loving.
I feel like at that time like I just felt like there were so many more movies and everything used to just do fine only. Like you didn't think how much it was. Now when I asked someone, did this movie do well at that time? And they were like, no. But you remember like it being okay that it didn't do well. It wasn't like that.
It's just like wanted report.
Report
you
on a
know,
newspaper. No
like,
one would really.
or box office,
Yeah.
film information.
And you have those magazines.
Huh?
And those magazines are not monthly, so no one is thinking so much.
We would wait ki collection
Yeah.
kya hai.
So I feel like at that time things were so much like
Now everyone is
giving their opinion and their review. Like, you know, like everyone has a take. Yeah. It is hard. But no matter how hard it gets, fundamentally you can only go by instinct.
Yeah.
No, that's for sure.
Yeah,
There's no
that
other
we
way.
should.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Right. Because there's no way to predict what will work. I'm sure you never thought you were sitting on a 300 crore.
Like I said, the audience,
Yeah.
they surprise you every step of the way.
The faith is in our audience, in
Yeah.
our fans.
Yeah.
They are the ones that drive, you know, everything. Everything else, nothing else matters.
But like she was saying about social media, that's what kind of hurts when things don't go well.
Yeah.
Because you never set out to make a bad film.
Sure. Yeah.
So when sometimes the conversation is, oh, you know, why did they make this film? And they say it that way, I'm like, I don't think any of us thought that this was going to be a bad film. Why on earth would we say okay to a film that was going to be like that, you know? So I think that level of empathy is somewhere missing on social media nowadays.
Empathy and social media
yeah,
is not
it's just not
go together.
It's just
Those are
not, yeah.
words.
Toxic, no?
Yeah, it's toxic. It is absolutely.
Yeah, so I think that's where it kind of hurts a bit because you guys need to know that we're always excited when we say yes to a film.
And like so many people
Yeah.
are involved in a film.
Yeah.
Like they just see the actors and they're like, you know, but there's so many people that go into making a movie. They put their heart. Like I can't even like actors still move on with the directors and stuff.
Yeah.
They've been attached to the film for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's a tough one.
It's a tough one when a film does.
It is a tough one. I'm almost at the end. I have to ask because it's also such a visual medium. And you talked, Ananya, about social media, right? And one of the things that it does, especially Instagram, is always put you guys on a runaway. Right. Essentially, everyone's looking.
Runway red.
Right. Like it's like a permanent sort of.
Everyone has to be in couture. Everyone has to be good. Everyone has to be
Touch me.
They don't want to be touched anymore.
I don't know, but I want to be in my jeans and tee all the time.
I think we're all
They're all like that.
Yeah, I think so. I think.
You could tell when we were shooting together.
Earlier we would go to our personal, we go earlier to film events in
I
our
know.
personal clothes.
You know,
and
my
all,
favorite
huh?
videos are these old videos of Filmfare Awards where everyone used to go so casually. Like, y'all used to go in like
So nice.
simple, like no hair, makeup, nothing. Y'all used to just go.
Now I'm like, I'm really walking.
Before you reach when you're tired. Because you've done photos and it's just
Is it me? I don't know.
No,
That's what I say. It
everyone.
could be just me.
No, it's not.
I don't think it's just the same
Huh?
thing.
Help!
I don't even do too many events or anything, and I'm still tired, so I can't imagine you guys.
It's the saga, Anu, before.
Yeah.
Huh?
Hannah, before getting there also.
Before getting there.
Yeah.
It's the getting ready bit,
Right.
which is like, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
And
I
then
just want people to like just like come as
Chill
it
out,
is. I mean, why not?
But can you do that?
I think one person has to do it and then everyone
Nobody look at me for that.
Yeah, we don't
I'm not. No, what I mean like this normal, like really comfortable, nice, looking beautiful. Yeah. But like, you know what I mean? Like I said, I'm exhausted.
Like airport now, I'm like, Sita, I don't my jeans and my chappals. I think you told my my mom, you were like, I love how Ananya comes out of the gym with one juda on her head. There's one like, she can be dressed at the gym. Can't. I mean, that's ridiculous, isn't it?
There's pressure. On the aircraft. Sometimes I wonder that how people look so good because I'm like, I'm exhausted after flight. Maybe I have those two kids going at me. I want to just tie my hair and be like, keep quiet. I just walk out with my jacket and get in the car because we're already jet lagged. So I'm like, people are rating my airport look. Like, what's happening? Like I don't know.
But you can all tune out this whole noise. Now you've come to that point where it's just done.
Now I'm.
Can you?
Yeah, now I'm like, I don't care so much.
Yeah.
I did a lot at one point. Like, everything was like, I used to think for hours like about a caption and a post, and I used to just think so much about. But like, people don't care. Like, you think people care, but they don't care as much as you think they care. You know, like people have other things happening in their life, and like you're like, but what if they saw my one hair sticking here and this that? Really, no one.
But I like enjoy seeing people like because now if I'm like I'll enjoy watching and seeing them when I see them slightly more like normal real. Like if you put a picture, like I like seeing things like that. And I feel people like that as well because they get to see the person and the actor. That a little bit of them also.
My favorite is you in the kaftans.
Yeah. I won't able be with her eye patches.
I mean, okay, I won't come to the red. I won't come to Hollywood.
you won't.
Or that. You never know. I might one day, but
not there yet. Not
I want to see all of I like enjoy. Like I've already read about each other. I want to see what's real also. Na?
But the occasion has to be appropriate.
Yeah, of course. If you're going for a wedding and you're going, then I love to also dress up in my Indian wear. And go to a beautiful wedding, and that's
and it's fun. It's also fun to look at you guys.
But if it's every day, and also people who know so and so is not well dressed or so and so is well dressed.
Doctors saying she's had
Done
this
this.
done. She's
That's dangerous actually.
Really?
Yeah, and it's all lies. Like they're like, come to us for this procedure, but that's very wrong to put that. Like we should do something because it's not right.
It's not
to be like saying that I'm a medical person and I'm, like advertising all this. It's actually become very scary.
It
now.
is scary.
Like,
It is.
and people believe everything they see on social
Yeah,
media.
because you don't know what's
It's like news. They're thinking that this is news.
Correct.
That it's also not.
Listen, quick question. Okay, just last few quick questions is I just want to talk about the acting process. So for you, it's learning the lines so you can sing them backwards, but nothing more.
nothing more. Want to be prepared with the lines.
But you don't like because I've always wanted to ask you
Please.
this question. What is your process? Because I've seen all these videos of her, like during Jab We Met, she's on like her phone, and then suddenly they'll call action, she'll just kill it,
That's what. So she says there is no prep.
Yeah,
There
and
is no prep unless I don't know. No prep means I'll read the script.
But do you like write a backstory? Nothing like that.
Backstory? No, I don't create my own
thing.
story
Whatever's on
in my
paper,
head because I feel it'll clash with my maybe approach to things because I feel somehow I'm very instinctive.
Yeah.
Like on the first day of shoot, I know that the movie's not going to do it.
Oh.
It's so scary. It's reached,
Wow.
So it gives me stress that sometimes oh my god, I know where this is going.
How do you find the inspiration to
Go
finish
forward.
the film?
Then that's the struggle. But then I'm like, I have to be amazing, and then I'm just focused on the way, I'm doing what it is. So it's just instinct, experience.
Kalani, you have actually studied architectural.
I thought you were going to say acting.
No, you worked as an assistant to a production designer.
Yes, I did. Actually, with
Sabu
Sabu
sir.
Sir.
Yeah. So how does that come into the acting at all?
I think what that gives me is somewhere a different kind of empathy on set.
Yeah.
I'm very aware that when delays happen, that no one has planned for this. I'm more than happy to wait in my caravan for hours because something went wrong. And even while I'm on set, I think I've understood that there is this consciousness that comes to you before action when you're suddenly like, oh, everyone's looking at you. truth is nobody's looking at you. That person, that problem. So like the lighting department guys are not looking at us at all. They're looking at their work. Everybody is there focused on their work, and that kind of made me sort of loosen up a little in front of the camera or when I'm working. So that I think is something that came from working behind the camera. But otherwise, I think they're two completely different jobs. One is very technical and the other is a lot more creative. And for me, I just surrender to my director. And so each film is very different as a result.
The process.
I don't have a strict process. I try to put a little bit of myself in every character, but Loka was very different. I didn't do that also. So, yeah.
It just depends.
Yeah.
And Ananya, you said that you actually are now a very technical actor.
I think it's also changed.
Really?
It keeps changing, I think, with like the films that I'm doing or what film and the directors that I'm working. But I like having like a little process for myself that I can take on everything, you know, something for myself. But then mostly it's always the director and like chatting with the director, how they are they more like feedback oriented? Do they like to kind of do their own thing? So it's actually more talking to the director, but then having a little bit of my own process. With lines is like the main stuff. Knowing your
That's the
dialogue.
most basic.
That's
thing.
a don't do it. It's basic, but people don't do it. But it's like your language you shouldn't have to think about. That's so like in your body. Like I try to learn like the other actors' lines as much as possible. Just to know like be aware, you know,
what's
reaction
coming.
and you know, stuff like that.
Okay, what's the one thing you don't want to hear on a set? Karina.
Silence. For the take, the shouting.
The shouting you don't like. Karina, what do you not like?
Yeah, I don't like it if the shot is going on and like I can hear people's voices.
Yeah.
You know, because I feel like you have to respect what's happening at that moment. You know, even if it's for like anything. You know, like dance shot also.
Yeah.
But, like nobody yapping on the side or you know like corner on the side. It's quite disrespectful to the actor or to any artist that's possibly giving their shot. You know? So I don't like people talking about the shot.
I think that's universal for all of us. Yeah. I think for almost every actor that might be universal.
Yeah. Okay, phones or no phones through the shoot? Or do you stop like once the shot is done, you go look at the set?
It depends. For me, it depends on the scene.
Yeah.
If it's an intense scene, then I'm not
But intense scenes, I tell my team also, please don't come anywhere near me. It's okay if I look ugly. It's fine. Just don't come anywhere near me. But I think it's dependent on scene.
Scene to scene. Because there's a lot of waiting on scene.
Yeah.
You just have to do like things.
And sometimes you can get so
Ananya has to watch
into it.
I hate to
You can get too into it and then you can start overthinking and it's great to have you sort of just relax.
Okay, two last questions. The failure that broke your heart. Karina?
Prashant.
I love Darshan.
But I just feel like if they would have released now, it would have been
Iconic. I'm landing on Chaliya tonight at my I love Darshan. What a movie. What a fight to face. I just love that movie.
I mean, I just feel, and I feel like everyone was like giving their best because like everyone had just come into the film with like a hit which nobody like thought. That because everyone had just given like big blockbusters and we had all just congregated, so I think everybody's energy was like on another level.
Sure.
And everyone wanted to look their best and everyone thought their part was the best. So when you think that mera part best hai, all the actors are like so it was just, I just feel like I just broke my heart, and because I just kind of obviously thought it would just be amazing, but it still is one of my most favorite films. And I think it just the music, even now.
I mean, also it gave you so much more than just
It gave me
exactly
my
exactly. So you know what? It was a hit. Like
no, I mean that destiny was just there. The rest is history.
I think my film with Fahad Odumudra, I really think as a story, it was a beautiful, beautiful script. It dealt with depression in a very sort of, I can't say black humor, but in a humorous way. It did translate as well perhaps to audiences, but that's kind of, I was very confident. Sometimes when you're confident about a film and it doesn't do well, it breaks you. it's like then you start questioning everything.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, every failure kind of affects you in some way or the other, but I think I've gotten better with dealing with failure because when LIGO happened, I feel like because when you're promoting a film, you're in such an echo chamber. You know, everyone around you is like hyping you up. Everyone obviously feels like you're like put everything into a film, and then the film doesn't do well. It's like too much of like a juxtaposition in your feelings. Like from such a high to come down is like you don't understand what's happening. Especially with LIGO, there was just too much of like social media trolling in that sense, you know. So that film just kind of confused me. I didn't know, and I was going into like another industry because, you know, it was a pan-India film, so there was like reactions from all over the country. You know, it wasn't just like insular to like Hindi or that sort of thing. So with Liga, I was just very like overwhelmed with the how how to just manage your expectations. Then after that, now I've always been kind of like a bit more realistic after that. Like then I'm kind of distance yourself a little bit from the
Zen
real.
life.
Yeah, be a little more zen.
Okay, what's your favorite power flex? Like, what do you love to do? Oh, I love to do that. I just exert a little bit of the power.
More like that.
I'm sorry, I don't understand this question.
You know, like I don't know, it could be anything to, you know, restaurant bookings to private jets, anything.
Daddy, I call a restaurant like, oh, it's an Anya Pandey. They'll be like, sorry, we don't have space. Not a real thing that you get. This is not a power.
Okay, Ananya.
For me, okay, so I don't know if my dentist likes me, but like when I go there, I don't have to. It could also just be my personality, not the actor, but yeah, it doesn't. Because I dread the dentist in general. Get in and out, yeah.
I'm always like, please console, please, yeah. I'm one of those characters who's like so interested, so it's not power flex, like, yeah, it's a big flex, yeah. Please, थोड़ा आगे जाने दो ना, please.
Yeah. And you get such dirty looks.
You never drop Serena Khan.
She doesn't need to.
Need to. It's in the
No.
face.
On the phone?
Huh.
No. But who will I call and say that to now? Huh?
It all gets done.
That also.
Ananya, do you have
It's
one?
really not worked out for me. I'm saying I've tried before, but it's not happening. These power flexes. I think I just try to seem cool to my sister who doesn't think I'm cool at all.
That's a sibling thing.
Yeah, it's just really tough being an older sister. And like, did Lulu ever like feel like that? But you are obsessed too. You're obsessed with each other.
Yeah, we're obsessed with each other. Like, my husband feels he has competition. He's like, oh, I was on the phone with your sister. He's like, what's happening? I'm like,
And you also have a sister.
I have a brother, and he's
Not impressed.
Yeah,
not
my
impressed.
sister's just like,
never
what are
impressed.
you don't call me for your premieres. I don't want to like know what you're up to. And I'm like, but I'm a movie actor. Think I'm cool, please.
Yeah. The day I know I look nice is if my brother says he looks nice. But that happens once every 5 years.
Yeah.
No.
hopefully I'm discovered.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think Discover's gonna kill it.
I hope.
Thank you, all of you, and you know, more power genuinely to each one.
Thank you
Thank
for
you
having
so
us. Thank
much.
you for getting us in a room with
All
babies.
together.
Yeah.
No, I still
think a masterclass is due.
I agree. In my car next time.
Yeah.
I agree.
Class.
In 25 years more.
At least.
Oh, we're more than happy for that. We just want to know
don't
for
time
us like what to do for the next 25 years.
I'm all now there's उसके लिए time. That's fine. I'm not giving any master class. I'm so like.
Thank you.
हेलो नंबर 3 अभी रुक नहीं मारना अभी
ओ जल्दी हो जा